Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a look at Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, the FET token, previously known and currently still officially called Fetch.ai. This coin is showing some signs of bullishness right now. We're going to take a look at possible reasons why, and then take a look at the chart, looking at it long term and then short term for, this weekend trading that we might have going on into this next coming week. This is the Easter weekend. And then also long term for you investor guys, as some long term targets we can look at for here. Currently, the market cap for FET is 1.35 billion. It's trading at 56 cents, just a little over 56.5 cents. Total supply of FET tokens is 2.71 billion tokens. Maximum supply is 2.71 billions. If you guys remember, several coins conglomerated together, merged together: AGIX, Singularity.net, FET, Ocean, and I think there might have been a few others that have been added. We'll see what we can find out about that. So interesting project. It was the hot project, and its all-time high was $3.47 1 year ago, March 28th, just a little over a year ago, and now we are a lot below that. So you can say that same thing with all altcoins. Founded in 2017 and launched via IEO and Binance in March 19. Fetch.ai is an artificial intelligence all AI lab building an open, permissionless, decentralized machine learning network with crypto economy. I want to come over here quickly to Tokenmetrics, and we'll check out how they're rating it. For trader grade, she's kind of in neutral territory. It's got a 58% grade and quantitative grade of 51% there. But for investor grade, it's also neutral. But look at the fundamental grade there, 77% right there. That's pretty good. Technology grade is 82%, and that's fantastic. Valuation grade has got her just a little bit undervalued right there. And let's take a look at the price. 57 cents is what we've got. And let's I'll just read this little description. Fetch.ai is delivering AI to the crypto economy. Digital twins powered by artificial intelligence can provide automation to decentralized finance that can serve the needs of a single user or aggregated millions of data points for on-chain oracles. That's just boring the tears out of me. That's very nerdy. But for investors, you need to get into all that little nerdy stuff. Let's take a look at the chart here. There is some recent news. Let's go over this really quick surrounding Fetch, and that might be why she's getting a little bit of a bump here. Now, according to Grok, recent news founding Fetch highlights its ongoing development in the AI and blockchain space, particularly through its role of Artificial Superintelligence, ASI. They got strategic partnerships and integrations, partnered with luxury automotive brand Mastery to integrate ASI Mini, enable proprietary vehicle data utilization. That expands Fetch AI's reach into high-end industries. That's cool. This is what they did recently. They completed a network upgrade with Kudos. That's a Cosmos ecosystem chain. So is Fetch AI also. Enhancing AI and DeFi capabilities, which led to a 93% surge in trading volume. So that's what we got going on. AI agent innovations. Accelerator program. Fetch.ai has launched the 10 million accelerator fund to support startups focused on AI agents, quantum computing, and high-performance tech, with hubs in San Francisco, London, and India. Market sentiment and price predictions. Post on X reflect bullish sentiments, with FET priced around 50 cents and a market cap of 1.2 billion as of mid-April. Technical analysis is consolidating within a bullish triangle pattern, potentially setting the stage for a breakout in 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. That was just the rundown there for the nerdy stuff. And this is what we're looking like on the daily. Now, it sucked when we lost this major trend line. That threw us down to the possibility of coming down to retest this trend line, which is exactly what we did. Exactly as predicted. Got a little bit low by my line, but I like that. When she comes back into it, that's what I call a bear trap, and that means things gonna be getting juicy. We draw a trend line from these candle bodies down to these candle bodies in that area. You see that we've got a breakout. Already did a retest. We're above the 9 moving average, and here on the daily, we can actually draw a nice little trend line right there. Now, this one breaks. The word is to get the hell out, but that wouldn't break until we fell below 47 cents there. All right, so that's what we got on the daily. It's looking nice. Indicators are looking like they want to come up. Money flow is starting to come up on our indicators. They're all looking kind of nice that we might continue our pump up. Next target of interest after we get past this 56, 57 cent target area is going to be right back up here to about 78, 79 cents. Now from here, that could be very, very juicy, giving us up to a 40% gain there. And I like that idea. Take this little trend line and put it back, and you can see the channel that we were in until we broke out. One little thing that we can do is take the measure move from this channel to give us a nice little target at the breakout. Measure move target would take us up to about 67 cents, and we're sitting here at 56 right now. So for a measure move, that is not bad, but that could just be the tip of the iceberg where we might be going. 66 cents, we'll label that little guy, paint him blue for a measured move, because that's what we do here on the channel. Oh my gosh, are you not doing it? All right, so those gains on the daily from where we are now for you little FOMO buyers that love to buy the top, might still squeeze out an 18%, but there is a nice one up here about 40%. Now, for you guys that have been in this for a while and looking for some larger targets, allow me to help guide you through this market. Now, we are looking at this this area at 135, but what I really like to do in these situations is pull out my Fibonacci's. This is where we got our first target here at 79 cents. That's our 236 Fibonacci. Got to get past that to remain bullish and start stepping up. Otherwise, we're in the accumulation or a threat, a possibility of going down lower. But apart from that, the next target that we're going to be looking for Fetch.ai is going to be in the $5, $6 area, with the possibility to get up to 182. These are going to be the critical areas that we need to keep an eye on for swing trades and whatnot from these areas, and that could be a nice little come up. Let's dive in here on some smaller time frames. Let me get rid of this. Now, if things go well and we do start making some ground, see, we got another trend line over here, this 135 area. If we can break above that and recover this guy, and that's a lot to ask for right now, but if that starts happening over these next few weeks, I mean, we're starting to line up to start hitting 270, almost the $3 areas over the next few months as this gets a little bit bullish and bearish. But she's got a lot of stuff to work out between now and then. So that's what we got for our daily targets. And we'll just quickly go over the possible percentages that we could be getting from these little guys here. Let me add a few little price points over here, flavor them red for take profit areas. And now from where we are currently, up to our main was 41%. We got that, talked about that. This area at 106, 90% gains. That's nice. That's nice. Look over to the left, and that's the area we'd be retesting. It still can go a little bit higher there, 116. Next area we'd be looking for 129, about 129% gains, and that takes us into this little area that we lost, that resistance area. All those are on the board. Just take a little while to get there. Probably a lot of zigzagging. Let's come down to the 4 hour to help navigate us through what's going on this Easter weekend. And this is where it's really starting to look juicy, and like she can actually come up here to 66. Now, a trade idea, it's a higher risk trade, but if we clear this area, find some support there, getting in at 58, 59 cents could be good to give you a nice little bump up after we clear this area. That's key. For a 70% gain and possibly up here to the 79 cent area if we go that high. I would expect us to come up here and make a higher high. Now, for you risky D10 traders, maybe you got a little leverage. Maybe you say, I want to get into a perp trade, and maybe you're already in one. I want to give you some nice little targets that will help you out for short-term targets to be played here. I want to point you to 61.6 cents. And then also over here to 64, just right under 65. This would be a nice little take profit zone. I guess we would call this weekend swing. Take profit. This would be a nice little place to look to get paid a little bit. So I like this. But this is definitely an area that we need to clear. We could also take a look at this and connect these guys. And that's also another form of breakout. Now, as far as if she gets rejected and she wants to come back down for a little bit of a pullback, where might she be going? Well, right back down to these little areas. We don't quite have a top end just yet, so we're going to come back to this little fib guy and use it to help us with some of these areas here. And I would be looking right here between possibly 50 and 51 cents if we can get back in there. Let's just 53, between 52 and 53. We're at 56 right now. After she comes up to maybe to these areas and makes a higher high, she may be coming back down to here. So I want to throw these out there just as for a retest. We're on this nice little trend line. I recommend that you throw one up there because when it breaks it, you need to get out or put your stop losses below it. Take a look at our little indicators here. We are starting to get just a little bit of bearish divergence here. So she may go up just a little bit, come back down, but eventually over the weekend, maybe Saturday, maybe into Monday, I can see these areas right up here. 61 and 65 on up to possibly 67, and if we get really lucky, 79. It all depends on sentiment. Ultimately, what we got to do is come up here to about 88 cents, 86, 88 to make it a higher high, and she looks like she's trying to do it. Now, the reason I'm giving you all these little short-term targets is because, you know, we can get kind of janky with some ups and downs, and depending on what your strategy is, you know, we could see some price action kind of happen, something like this, or whatever variation he wants to do. But these would be some good places if you are using leverage, you're doing perpetual future trades with 2, 3, maybe 5x leverage. Ooh, that's getting risky. Can multiply these gains from 7% to make it 35, 50% gains. So that's why we're covering some of these shorter term targets if you're wondering. For your bigger investors though, it looks good. She's at a nice little bottom area, and this one would be a nice little midterm hold, and so that we can reach these 130, 135, and maybe even more if the news continues on this one, if we get back up to these areas. Guys, thanks for hanging out. If you like this content, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Come check me out nightly where I'm going over coins live 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every night. Looking for long-term trades, short-term trades, just breaking down the market. And whether you can catch me live or just, you know, my TA good, it lasts a long time. You can catch the coins that we go over and just see if that will help you navigate this market. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one.